Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Bastard Sons. So, only an hour and 24 minutes long, that's why I'm picking it. It's about a small town gangster seeking revenge on the family after an inside job leaves their boss killed. I don't really recognize a lot of the names in here, or any of the names. Now, Frankie Edgar looks familiar, and Al Spinenza, I've seen him before. Other than that, I don't really recognize anybody. And it's on Amazon Prime right now for $6.99, although it's not playing for some reason, so I'll keep trying it. But it's a 6.6 on IMDb, but only 99 people have rated it so far. So we will be rating 100. So, I don't know. I found it somewhere, somehow. It came to me. Here it is. Let me check it out. Quick film, and let you know what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. If it works. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Bastard Son, and I have to say, it's an hour and 20 minutes is all this film is. And, you know, as I normally do, I'm judgmental throughout the entire film, and I had all my opinions, and they all got shot out the window in the last 10 minutes of this movie. And I'll try and get us there as best I can. I might have to get into some spoilers, but not yet. So let me tell you, our main character, I don't even know what his name was, but he was... essentially, our main character is dad. Let me just look real quick. Hold on, I gotta get it. So, dang it, it's supposed to be right there. Real quick. I apologize. Terrible. Okay, Vincent. Okay. So anyway, I think that's his name. Yeah, Vincent. Makes sense, right? So, the movie starts off really kind of strange in a sense, in that like it kind of picks up like in the middle of an episode. It felt like Vincent is going to meet with somewhat of a mob boss. So I'll piece it all together for you really quick. Vincent's father was partner. They were like gangsters in a sense. I guess gangsters. They you know, and they were partners. His father and another guy, Romeo or something like that. They are partners in this crime organization, Rome, right? So they were partners. Well, his dad had just died, Vincent's dad. So Rome is still alive, but the father is dead, right? And now Vincent is coming back to, you know, see what's up. And you know, after the funeral, and he was whacked, if you will, Vincent's dad. So you know, not sure who did it yet, but he's ready to start picking up where, you know, he left off and get back into the business, right? So he's kind of got a couple of different things going on. Basically, he's got, you know, trying to figure out who killed his father, but also doing the things he needs to do within the mobster world in order to make business and stuff like that. He's got his own crew, right? So he gets his own crew together, and you know, they got to do this job. Rome, who's now like the only head of the gangster, says, hey, here's what I need you to go here, pick up this money, and then we also need you to do this over here, blah 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 blah. So he's got them set up with work already, and so Vincent's figuring it all out. He's also got this girlfriend that really, for me, just watching the movie, it was just like, it's an unnecessary fact. It's an hour and 20 minutes long. I don't need this relationship to bog down this movie. Okay? But that's what the movie's about, and I can't go any further than that. But it's like your regular mobster kind of movie when you know, there's tension within the gang, within the mobster, you know, business, all the, you know, Rome being the only head now when there was two, so you can kind of insinuate maybe what everybody's thinking here when one boss is whacked, as I said, and the other boss is still there. So you can kind of see that coming along, which is, you know, cool. And that's what you're watching. And I'm watching this movie, again, shorter film, and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm watching, and I think it's the cinematography. I don't know if that's the right term. The camera work, right? So, like, the camera work seemed, I don't know, made it feel to me like a very low budget film. There was nothing wrong with the acting. I didn't feel there was anything wrong with the plot or anything like that. It was just really, and when I say cinematography, I could be wrong, but it's like some of the angles, right? Some of the background scenery and stuff like that, like the way that all kind of worked out, the lighting, and then even the camera work itself. And it could have been all done for effect, so, you know, maybe that's it. It's not enough for me not to like this film. But, like, they go running through the woods at one point. I really felt like the cameraman ran through the woods with them. I mean, it was that bouncy. There's a part where somebody's, hitting like this, and it's going up and down with every hit. But you're not even, it's like he's behind. Or she, the camera person, is behind. You know what I mean? So it was just like, But that's okay. I mean, and again, that could have been done for effect. It didn't bother me. It stood out to me. It was like, the cameraman, the camera stuff, the whole girlfriend, thing. Now, they overcame my dislike of the girlfriend situation at the end of the movie, the cameraman, whatever. But they overcame it because I liked the movie enough that it didn't matter. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say. It's definitely worth. I was judge it, is it worth purchasing? This was $6.99, like $7 on Amazon, and short. I was like, man, I was close to saying it wasn't worth it. It was worth it. I'm not telling you. I mean, $7 is something more than that's expensive, I think, for a movie. But when you can get it on a cheaper note, or maybe when it comes to a streaming service that you already subscribe to, definitely check this out. If you like gangster type movies and you're okay with what appears to be a low budget, I didn't know any of the actors besides the one I told you. He plays Rome. But other than that, I didn't know anybody in it. So if you're okay with that, go in with, and I should say, set very, very low expectations for yourself. I had low expectations when I saw, what I was thinking, and I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot, So I don't want to give you false expectations, but it's definitely cool. And I have to just talk a little bit more openly about it. I'm not going to ruin the ending, but if you haven't seen it, don't even stick around. I appreciate it. But if you have seen it, even if you haven't seen it and you don't care about knowing, don't listen. I think it's more fun this way. But I'm going to do my best not to ruin anything anyway. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear any more, go. So the whole girlfriend bit was like, wow, right? Like, I was just like, the last piece when they're standing out in front of the water, and I'm like, this is the longest proposal ever. It's driving me crazy. Let the movie end. And I was upset. And then what they did, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, here I am complaining about that whole piece of the plot throughout the entire movie. And then they're showing that long conversation at the end. And I was like, this is just, they're ruining it. Yet an hour. And then it was like, no, you're not. Just be patient, And I was like, that was awesome, okay? So then I was like, that was good. What a great ending to the movie, And then they show them on the beach, the gang, right? And they're looking out, and I was thinking to myself at that point, I was like, wow, I'd like to see maybe a series of this come out, maybe like Now That He's the Boss, or maybe even a sequel. That'd be cool too. And that's what I'm thinking, right? And then it goes to a next scene of him again, and I'm like, come on, man. It's an hour 20. It feels like it's dragging on. Like, you already got how much more. And then they hit you again. Holy tomatoes. Oh, my gosh. When you put it all together and you think back, it's like, okay, fantastic. Loved it a lot. Giving it a 7 if you stuck around this far. So there you go. I'm taking it to a 7. I don't know what keeps me from an 8, but I don't know. It's close to an 8 for me after all of that. So simply done. I felt it was simple. It wasn't intricate. I felt it was like low budget, and it entertained you all the way through. So there you go. And I liked the acting. I loved it. I loved the camaraderie between the gang and stuff like that. All right, that's it. Check it out. Hopefully you like it. I'm gonna tell my father-in-law. I think he might like it too. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.